Good morning, class. Welcome to our business mathematics class. We're now on our chapter 6, which is about salaries and wages. First, let's identify what are our learning competencies. After completing this chapter, you will be able to first identify salary, wages, income, and benefits. Second, compute gross and net earnings. Third, differentiate gross from net earnings. Enumerate the benefits of a wage earner. Define each of the benefits given to wage earners. Distinguish taxable from non-taxable benefits. Enumerate the standard deduction with the corresponding computation of the overtime. Compute overtime pay. Use Excel spreadsheet in the computation of salary and overtime pay. Lastly, present a graphical representation of the details or particulars of the salary. So these are our topics for chapter 6. First is the introduction to salaries and wages. Second, benefits of a wage earner. Third, taxable and non-taxable benefits. Fourth, overtime pay. And lastly, spreadsheet for computation and presentation of salary. For lesson number 1, let me introduce the salary and wages. Compensation is a way to provide monetary value to employees in exchange of their work or service performed. It is usually presented in payroll. What is payroll? Payroll is the total amount required to pay workers and employees during a week, month, or other period. It is also defined as the total sum of money to be paid out to employees at a given time. Gross pay or gross earning is the total amount of employees' earnings before deduction have been made by the employer. It may be in the form of salary or wage, or either a time rate or a piece rate and other forms of remuneration. Wage, on the other hand, is the monetary remuneration computed on hourly, daily, weekly, or piecework basis. A fixed weekly or monthly wage is usually called a salary. Salary can also be computed in a prorating annual salary or time basis pay or by piecework. So companies usually pay employees weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. In this manner, employers or employees can manage their money based from their pay schedule. So let's take a consideration on the computation of salary. So for the weekly salary, that will be equal to annual salary divided by 52. For biweekly salary, that is annual salary divided by 26. Semi-monthly salary equals your annual salary divided by 24. And for monthly salary, that will be annual salary divided by 12. Other way of computing the remuneration of employees is by using the formula of equivalent monthly rate of monthly paid employees. So that will be EMR or equivalent monthly rate is equal to applicable daily rate times 356 divided by 12. So the factor of 365 days consists of 302 working days, 51 rest day, 10 regular holidays, and 2 special days. Let's have an example. For an employee who earns an annual of 260,000, what is the weekly salary, bi-weekly salary, semi-monthly salary, and monthly salary? For weekly salary, we need to divide 260,000 by 52. So that will give us an answer of 5,000 pesos. Now, for biweekly, we need to divide this to 26. So it will give us an answer of 10,000 pesos. For the semi-monthly, let's divide it by 24. So it will give us an answer of 10,833.33 cents. So we'll have two decimal places here since it's a money. And lastly, for the monthly salary, we're going to divide it by 12. So it will give us an answer of 21,666 and 67 cents. So that's how you compute salaries based on weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, and monthly. Next, we have time basis pay. Most of the time, especially in office-related works, employees' earning is based on time work. The compensation is usually stated as a specific rate per hour, day, week, month, or year. So let's have an example to show how time basis is being computed. Rojan Mayap receives 82 pesos and 50 cents an hour and works for 34 hours this week. Find the gross pay. These are the givens we have. So hourly rate of 82 pesos and 50 cents. Number of hours worked, that is 34 hours. And the formula for this is regular pay is equal to the number of hours worked multiplied by your hourly rate. So let's substitute this. So 34 multiply by 82 pesos and 50 cents. And that will give us a result of 2,805 pesos. So therefore, her total gross pay is 2,805 pesos. We also have the piece rate pay. So workers on factories and industries are often paid according to the number of pieces or units they produce, which is usually called a piece work or piece rate pay. In some cases, workers who produces or sells more than the standard quota of units were given incentives. A worker is being paid the guarantee wage. So example, hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly for producing the standard quota of units and is also paid at the same rate for producing or selling extra units within the standard work period. If production or sales doesn't meet or exceed the quota, only the standard wage is paid. On the other hand, if the production or sales is exceeded the quota, the worker will receive a standard pay and a premium for the extra units. So these are the formulas that we're going to use. And let's have an example for this. Assume that Rodel Morada is paid 14 pesos for every small bag he makes. If he produced 250 small bags, what are his total earnings? Givens are rate per piece, which is 14 pesos. Number of items produced is 250. So the formula that we're going to use is total earning equals total number of items produced multiplied by rate of piece. So we have 250 multiplied by 14. And that will give us an answer of 3,500 pesos. So therefore, Rodel's total earning is 3,500 pesos. Next is we have regular holidays in the Philippines. So for the year 2021, we have January 1 as New Year's Day, April 1, Monday, Thursday, April 2, Good Friday, April 9, Araw ng Kagitingan, May 1, Labor Day, May 13, Eid Fitr, June 12, that is Independence Day, August 30, that's National Heroes Day, November 30, Bonifacio Day, December 25, Christmas Day, and lastly, December 30, Rizal Day. We also have the special holidays in the Philippines. So February 12 is considered as Chinese New Year. Special holidays or non-working holidays. February 25, EDSA Revolution Anniversary. April 3, Black Saturday. August 21, Ninoy Aquino's Day. November 1, All Saints Day. December 8, Feast of Immaculate Conception of Mary. December 31, that's the last day of our year. And we also have special holidays. November 2, also stay, and December 4, Christmas Eve. For our lesson 2, we need to understand the benefits of a wage earner. So there are some government mandate benefits such as Social Security System, or we call SSS, Government Social Insurance Security, GSIS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig or HDMF. The following mandatory deductions or payroll deductions the employer is required by law to deduct each pay period. The Social Security System, or the SSS, is a social security protection to workers in the private companies or institutions. Some of the benefits covered by being a member of the SSS are sickness, disability, retirement, maternity, death, and funeral, and etc. GSIS is the counterpart Social Security protection for government employees. PhilHealth is a program focused in giving priority to health for both government and private institutions. Some of the benefits covered by being a member of PhilHealth are inpatient covered, example, room, drugs and medicine, laboratories, operating room, and professional fees for confinements. Outpatient, it covers day surgeries, dialysis, and cancer treatment procedures such as chemotherapy and radiotherapy, and other special benefit packages. Example, coverage for up to fourth normal delivery, newborn care package, TB treatment through DOTS or DOTS, SARS, and a variant influenza package, and influenza A or H1N1 package. Pag-ibig or Home Development Mutual Fund or HDMF is a national saving program and an affordable saving shelter or housing financing for both private and government workers. Some of the benefits for being a member of Pag-ibig are provident or savings benefits, overseas program, housing bonds, provident loan, and housing loan. So it is important for an employee to know how much is his total contribution in SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig or HDMF are credited to his account together with the counterpart employer's share. These are some of the common benefits sponsored by the company. So first, we have bereavement leave, birthday leave, car plan, Christmas gifts, family day leave, hospitalization, life and accident insurance, living allowance, meal allowance, medical benefits, night differential, per dime, perfect attendance, performance bonus, prescription drug allowance, rest day official business, retirement plan, salary loan, scholarship program, signing bonus, special leave or and then scholarship program, transportation allowance, uniform allowance, and lastly, wellness program. So first example, the personnel department of a commercial bank is preparing annual reports and employee benefits, particularly the bank tellers. The bank teller annual salary is 238,200 pesos, given the following benefits below. What are the total benefits and what is the rate of benefits? We have vacation pay of 6,500 pesos, medical allowance of 1,500, rice subsidy 1,500, clothing allowance 3,000, medical allowance 8,700, and Christmas bonus of 60,000. If we're going to get the sum of this, it will give us an answer of 81,200 pesos. Now, to get the rate of the benefits, the formula will be total benefits divided by annual gross salary. So, 81,200 divided by 238,200 pesos. So it will give us an answer of 0.34089. So if we round this off to two decimal places, and if we make this into percentage, it will give us an answer of 34.09%. So therefore, the total benefits of a bank teller are 81,200 pesos, and the rate of benefits is 34.09%. Our next topic will be taxable and non-taxable benefits. So the imposition of a mandatory tax of the government of a country to their citizens is called taxation. Tax revenue is the major source of financing public services in most countries in the world. Tax revenue is also used for income redistribution, economic stabilization, and regulating commodities or services consumptions, maintenance of highways and roads, and other services provided by the government. There are many kinds of taxes, including sales tax, property tax, income tax, import tax, and others. This section is limited on the discussion of income tax. According to Revenue Regulations number 5-2011 issued by Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR with respect to de minimis benefits which are exempted from withholding tax on compensation or to fringe benefit tax are the following. So monetized unused vacation leaves credit of private employees not exceeding 10 days during the year. Monetized value of vacation and sick leaves credit paid to government officials and employees. Third, medical cash allowance to dependents of employees not exceeding 750 pesos per employee per semester of 125 per month. Rice subsidy of 1,500 or one sack of 50 kilograms rice per month amounting to not more than 1,500. Fifth, uniform and clothing allowance not exceeding to 4,000 pesos per annum. Six, an actual medical expense, example, medical allowance to cover medical and healthcare needs, annual or executive checkup, maternity assistance, and routine consultations not exceeding to 10,000 per annum. 7. Laundry allowance not exceeding to 300 pesos per month. 8. Employees Achievement Awards. So examples of these are for length of service or safety achievement, which must be in the form of tangible personal property other than cash or gift certificate with an annual monetary value not exceeding to 10,000, received by the employee under an established written plan which does not discriminate in favor of highly paid employees. 9. Gifts during Christmas and major anniversary celebration not exceeding to 5,000 pesos per employee per annum. And lastly, daily allowance for overtime work and night graveyard shift not exceeding 25% of the basic minimum wage on a per region basis. So in addition, some exempt benefits are first, benefits received by an employee by virtue of a collective bargain agreement or CBA, and productivity incentive schemes, provided that the monetary value received from both CBA and productivity incentive schemes combined but do not exceed 10,000 pesos per employee per taxable rate. This is according to the BIR Revenue Regulations number 1-2015. Next is the gross 13th month pay and other benefits received by officials and employees of public and private entities in the total amount not exceeding to 82,000 shall be exempt from income taxation. This is under BIR Revenue Regulations number 3-2015 or Republic Act number 10653. So let's have an example of a pay slip of an employee which includes the different gross earnings and deduction. So we have the name of the company, WSS Corporations. This is on October 2016. So the name of the employee is Fia Judel F0 with an employee number of 0113. So his gross earnings, under that, we have basic pay of 35,000, overtime pay of 5,000, clothing or uniform allowance of 300 pesos, medical allowance of 125 pesos, laundry allowance of 250 pesos, rice allowance of 1,500, meal allowance of 3,500 pesos. So the total earnings Sophia had is 45,675 pesos. And these are her deductions. We have SSS premium, that is 581 and 30 cents. PhilHealth premium, 437 and 50 cents. Pag-ibig or HDMF premium, that is 100 pesos. SSS salary loan, 4,750 pesos. Zero for advances. 1,000 for the late or tardiness. And for the withholding tax is 10,674 and 89 cents. So the total deduction is 19,343 and 69 cents. So therefore, her net pay is 26,331. And for lesson 4, we have overtime pay. According to Labor Code of the Philippines, Article 83, the normal working hours of an employee shall not exceed 8 hours a day. Article 87 elucidates that work may be performed beyond 8 hours a day provided that the employee is paid for the overtime work. An additional compensation equivalent to his regular wage plus at least 25% thereof work beyond 8 hours on a holiday rest or rest day shall be paid an additional compensation equivalent to the rate of 8 hours on a holiday or rest day plus 30% thereof. In general, the overtime pay is computed by taking the product of the additional hours and additional rate or overtime rate, which reflects the additional amount the workers would receive on top of his basic salary. So, this table shows the summary over time and its equivalent rate pay. So, for the ordinary day, we have 125% of the regular rate for the overtime rate. For the rest day, we have 130%. Special holiday, that is 130%. Regular holiday, that is 200%. Rest day, which falls on special holiday, 150%. Rest day, which falls on regular holiday, that is 260%. So let's note that the employee overtime should have an approval of the management. Otherwise, the overtime hours will not be paid. Given a daily rate of 494 pesos and a basic hourly rate of 61 and 75 cents, let's find the overtime rate pay. So first, overtime pay on an ordinary day, second, on rest day, third, special holiday, fourth, regular holiday, fifth, rest day which falls on special holiday, and lastly, rest day which fall on regular holiday. For this question, we have the following given. Daily rate of 494 pesos and hourly rate of 61 and 75 cents. So for the formula of our overtime pay, based on a daily basis, that is daily rate multiplied by your overtime rate. So that will be 494 multiplied by 125%. So if we're going to convert this, we have 494 times 1.25, and it will give us a product of 617 and 50 cents. Now, for the hourly rate, that will be 61 pesos and 75 cents. Multiply again by 125% or 1.25. So it will give us an answer of 777 pesos and 18 centavos. Now, let's compute for the overtime daily and hourly pay rate on rest day. So, first for the daily rate, we have overtime pay or overtime pay is equal to your daily rate times your overtime rate. So, that will be 494 pesos multiplied by 130%, or if we're going to convert this to decimal, that is 1.30, and it will give us a product of 642 and 20 cents. Now for the hourly rate, that is 61.75 cents multiply by 1.30. So it will give us an answer of 80 pesos, and if we round this off to two decimal places, that is 28 cents. Since rest day and special holiday have the same 130% rate, so we have the same answer for the overtime, daily, and hourly pay rate on special holiday. Now, let's compute for the overtime, daily, and hourly pay rate on regular holiday. So, for this, we have 200%. So for the daily rate, we have 494 pesos and 2.00. So it will give us a product of 988 pesos. Now for the hourly rate, that is 61.75 pesos multiplied by 2.00, that is equal to 123 and 50 cents. For the overtime daily and hourly pay rate on a rest day which falls on special holiday, we compute it by 150%. So 494 multiplied by 1.50, that will be equal to 741 pesos. While for the hourly rate, that is 61.75 multiplied by 1.50, that will be equal to 92.62 pesos. Lastly, for the overtime daily and hourly pay rate on rest day, which falls on a regular holiday, we have 260%. So for the daily rate, if we're going to compute that, so that will be 494 multiply by 2.60 is equal to 1,284 and 40 cents. While for the hourly rate, 61.75 times 2.60, that will be equal to 160 pesos and 55 cents. We're now on our last topic, which is spreadsheet for computation and presentation of salary. Employees entering the workforce are often startled to discover their net income or take-home pay differs from their gross pay. So let's note that the gross earnings or the total amount earned are subject to a number of these deductions called net pay, which is the amount received by the employees. These various deductions are already presented in our earlier sections and are summarized in these sections. Sample preparation of payroll is also presented in this section. So let's have an example. Mirasol Sirug, married with two qualified dependents children, received 16,000 pesos net of SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, employee share only as regular monthly income. Her husband is also employed and did not claim for being the head of the family. So for this, let's note that the basic monthly income of Mirasol excluding non-taxable deduction is 16,000. Using the monthly withholding tax table here on our right side, upper right side, line B dash 2 married with two qualified dependents in column 5 which shows the fixed compensation level taking into account only the regular compensation income of 16,000 which shows a tax of here 708.33 centavo plus 20% of the excess of 16,000. That will be 16,000 minus 14,674 pesos, which will give us a result of 1,833. So let's put it here. Okay? So your regular Mirasol's regular compensation is 16,000. Less compensation level, line B2, okay, here, column 5, so which is here. So that will be 14,167 pesos. And the excess will be 1,833 pesos. Now, the tax on 14,167 pesos, so that will be 708 and 30 cents. And the tax on excess, that is 1,833 pesos multiplied by 20%. So that will be 366 and 60%. Adding the two, Mirasol's withholding tax is 1,074 and 93 cents. So our conclusion will be Mirasol's withholding tax for 16,000 monthly compensation is 1,074 pesos and 93 cents. Thank you, class. I know you've learned a lot, and according to John Rampton, CEO of Jew, don't let money run your life. Let money help you run your life better. See you on our next class. Bye!